Okay, Mrityunjay had asked one question, so I'd like to cover that up before we go on Sati-sampajañña. Okay, so what he has asked me is that about Ahara Sutta or Puttamaṁsa Sutta, where he talks about 4 kinds of food. Is it in relation to Indriya-saṁvara? And the answer is no. In fact, if you do that Kabalinka Ahara, the person becomes a anagami, straight. And if he does all the remaining 3, becomes arhat. Okay. So that's a different picture. So when do you use Puttamaṁsa Sutta? You use Puttamaṁsa Sutta as part of your vipassana. Okay. That means I'm in 4th jhana or in the 8th jhana, either of the jhanas. Meaning to say, if I'm following Indriya-saṁvara Sutta and I've gone to the 8th jhana, then I know I am in 8th jhana, where I can cut off the consciousness. Then instead of cutting off the consciousness to the Saññā Vedata Nirodha, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put vipassana of Kabalinka Ahara, Phassa Ahara, Mano Sanchetana Ahara, Viññāṇa Ahara. The last one is the most important one in Indriya-saṁvara, because now you can see how you can cut the food to the consciousness. Okay. And hence in that sutta, Buddha says, one who understands consciousness, understood everything, there is no need to do anything further. And I say he is released, which is true. Because once you know how not to feed consciousness, it doesn't grow, it doesn't mature, it doesn't die. Clear? So, Mrityunjay, just to clarify to you, that is not something to do with Indriya-saṁvara. But good question, that should be done when I'm in 4th jhana. Now, I'll answer another question, it might come, is that can I do it in 2nd jhana? And the answer is no. It's not possible. Can I do it without being in jhana? It's impossible. Clear? So, the Indriya-saṁvara has got nothing to do with vipassana. Indriya-saṁvara is the prerequisite for vipassana. But I can't say I'm in Indriya-saṁvara, so I will now go to vipassana. No. You have to follow the path. The path is then Bhojane Matyanutta Jagariyana Yoga, Sati-sampajañña, then Samatha, then Jhana, then Vipassana. We can't skip just because we think we can skip, and it doesn't lead anywhere. You have to follow what MN5 says, or sorry, MN6 says, and just do that. Don't get confused. And then look at whether you can implement all of that in MN120, where you can look at whether you can be reborn in this place and it gets reborn in that place. Can you be reborn in this place? You can see the consciousness is getting reborn in that place. So till my death, actual death, I can keep on playing with rebirth. And it'll start manifesting there. In that way, I come to know that birth and death are conditionalities, because now you can be reborn wherever you want. Clear? That means to say there's nothing called as last death. No. You're born and dying and born and dying in a different realms at different point in time. In the whole day, we might be born in animal realm for some time, and then the human realm for some time, then Niraya realm for some time, then we might be reborn in Deva realm or in Brahma realm or in all the realms, all the 31 realms. In the whole day, you can really see, now I'm born here. I'm getting this peace because I'm born here. I'm getting this sorrow because I'm born here. I'm getting burnt out because I'm born here. So it's not that the difference between the other Dhamma and Buddha Dhamma is, in other Dhamma, you have to die before you can see anything. In the Buddha Dhamma, there is no need to die to see where it leads to. You can know it right here, right now. So in a day, if you really watch carefully, you can see each one of us have lived in some realm or the other, in this, in this, in this, in this. Okay. So based upon where we are living, you get experience of that. As an example, let's say I take a fight with somebody. I enter into a fight. The mind should be in that realm to enter into the fight. So the raga, dvesha, moha is there in consciousness. It's not out somewhere. So you are purifying the consciousness than anything else. So if I'm feeling I need to eat something like an ice cream, the raga is in the consciousness, not as person me. So the Viññāṇa is getting that ahara of greed. Then if I am fighting with someone, Viññāṇa is getting ahara as dvesha. Then if I'm looking at this whole house and my family, etc., and see that they are my family, this is my house, it's moha. So the consciousness has taken moha as the food. Clear? So depending upon that, I can then go to each of these realms. The more the raga is one kind of realm, the more of dvesha is another kind of realm, the more the moha is another kind of realm, and totality together, if you add it up, then you can basically make three distinctions. One is kamaloka, rupaloka, and arupaloka. This is how you can see how you are positioned throughout the day. So what Buddha is proposing here is that leave the kamaloka and stay in rupaloka. Because whatever consciousness picks, it will become that. So if it has picked rupa, then at the Chutipati Sandhi, that is at the time of death, it lands there. It's there in many suttas, especially Ānāpānasati. That's the reason Buddha sends Ananda and Sariputta to go and talk to Ānāpānasati to make him remember Rupa Anicca, Vedanā Anicca, Saññā Anicca, Sankhara Anicca, Viññāṇa Anicca, because he's in terrible pain. So he doesn't want him to take karma. Instead, he is making him out of karma. So then what happens? He couldn't do it. So he becomes a sotapan. He's a sotapanna. So he gets into the deva realm. So he becomes a deva and comes back to tell to the assembly that he was Ānāpānasati. So it's a very nice sutta to see how to develop the mind. That's the reason it's bhavana development. You need to develop it because at the dying moment, the cushion thing will not come. Your 1 hour sitting will never come. Or you went to many retreats will never come. What is developed is what comes. That means what majority of the time I'm doing is what comes, not what I've done little bit here, little bit there. I went to some monasteries, I went here, I went there. That will never come. Just like a Christian saying, I went to church. I go church every Sunday. Or a Hindu saying, I'm going to temple every day. Or a Muslim saying, I do 5 namas. That doesn't really come because the mind is not stuck on that. It's not sticking. It's coming back to the karma. So 100%, that person will not go anywhere. He comes back either to this existence or to the lower existence, depending upon where the mind is at this point in time. That's what it is. So these 4 ahara, Kabalinka Ahara will make it Anagami, and the other three will make you an Arhat. And you can look at Puttamaṁsa Sutta. He says that specifically. Okay. Now, any other questions from anyone before we go into Sati and Sampajañña? It's a very deep topic. We have done it, but I would like to go even more slower and deeper. So before I head there, any questions on whatever we have covered? Are you clear? Okay, no questions, then it's good. Now the question comes, what is Sati? There is Sati Sutta, then there is Samadhi Bhavana Sutta, then there is MN 118 is Ānāpānasati Sutta. The answer for Kāya Kāyanupassi Viharati is in MN 118. And that's the reason I used to keep on saying to people that first you should do Kayagata Sati, then you should do Ānāpānasati, and then come to Mahasatipatthana. But people prefer to do Mahasatipatthana first, as though they think they understand what Buddha is saying, which is not true. Anyway, now we come to Sati. What do you mean by Sati? It's just not just calling awareness. It's not the answer. Let me be very blunt. It's there in the sutta itself. It's not awareness. I have awareness as an English word of awareness, where I say you should be aware. And then the question comes, aware of what? What should I be specifically be aware of? Is there anything I need to be aware of? Can you tell me what I should be aware of? And there is no conclusive answer to what I should be aware of. What thing should I be aware? Okay. So basically, this four satipatthana is awareness. Kāya Kāyanupassi Viharati, Vedanasu Vedanānupassi Viharati, Chitte Chittanupassi Viharati, Dhammesu Dhammanupassi Viharati. This is what is called as Sati. It's there in Samma Sati as well. If you look at the Noble Eightfold Path, Samma Sati talks about this. That's Sati. Okay. Now, if I take any suttas, there are various ways Buddha talks about you remember what was taught. Is also a Sati. But that is about the foundation of practice. You should remember. That means you should remember Kāya, you should remember Vedana, you should remember Citta, you should remember Dhamma. Now, when it comes to Dhamma, it is about the teachings, nothing to do with phenomena. This is another misdirected, misunderstood, misinterpreted, whatever we can call about. Because that sutta is very clear on what it means by Dhammanupassana. DN 22, DN 10, which are on Satipatthana, is pretty clear that it is not phenomena. When we talk about phenomena, it means objects. There is no objects at all. Instead, it's a teaching. You first look at your hindrances, etc., and that's what is covered in MN 118 and also many other suttas which Buddha talks about. So some people have taken it to extreme, saying that I will do Chittanupassana separately as though it is one particular topic. I was having fun with a person who was explaining to me he will do Chittanupassana as though it is a separate thing. I was feeling amused about his knowledge and his expertise, but I didn't want to trouble him. Earlier, I should trouble people. Now I decided not to trouble that person. Whatever his problem is his problem. Why should I burn myself saying that this is the Dhamma? So when he explained to me for 1 hour, I said, is it? Oh, very good. Please do it. That's the best thing. Because with some idiots, you shouldn't be talking at all. It makes no sense. It becomes double idiot. That guy is an idiot already. So then I add more to that, becomes double idiot. So when you go to mental hospital, don't try to be sane, be insane. Because the other people are insane and they are not going to accept your sane. So this lesson helped me a lot in the recent days. When I heard about this Citta Ānāpānasati, I was very amused. Wow, great. Maybe he is bigger than Buddha himself. Maybe he's doing PhD in Buddhism as well. It's very nice. Anyway, coming back to this point is like this. When we look at Kāya, there are two Kāyas which Goenkaji, that's the point when I left Goenkaji, because he says body in body. There's nothing called body in body in the first place. I don't know why it's said that way. Anyway, so what Buddha is explaining is in MN 118, where he says that how do you identify a Kāya? By its sankhara, which is asapassa, is Kāya. Sankhara, that's also there in Chulavedala Sutta, which matches. Also there in Mahavedana Sutta, that also matches with what it should be. So basically, it's not about observing the breath, it's about what is happening with the breath itself. Now, if I've done Indriya-saṁvara properly, then as soon as a sound or a sight or a taste or touch and smell comes, there is a change in the breathing pattern. So you observe what is happening in that pattern by using 4 guiding principles, which is atapi, ardent, being aware, going inside and seeing what's happening. Sampajanna, which we are going to cover next. Sati-ma. Okay, now you establish sati on that. Of asapassa. Okay. For what? Viññāṇa loke abhijjhato manas. So Viññāṇa is disciplining. Loka is the 6 sense doors. If you go through Loka Sutta, it says what is Loka in the Buddha's dispensation? It is 6 sense doors. So there's nothing called world as world. When he says world, it is 6 senses. So Viññāṇa loke abhijja and domanasa. You just check after seeing, after hearing, after tasting, after touching, after smelling, are you getting abhijja, covetousness, or aspiring more than what has been given? And domanasa, which means dissatisfaction. Basically, I'm not that happy. That's what is satipatthana. And that's exactly what sati is. I again repeat what I just now said. I will take you through the sutta as well as a proof. I don't know if somebody were to be so blind of not reading this properly, I can congratulate that person. But it's there in MN 118 glaringly. It says very clearly that what is that I am talking about? Because what you should know. Okay, so and he says that in Sati Sutta also he says that. Anyway, so basically, if I go to MN 118, it talks about what I should know. It is Kāyeshu Kāya Anyatara. He says here, Kāya Kāyānupassi bhikkave tasmim samaye bhikkhu viharati ātāpi sampajanno satīmā Viññāṇa loke abhijjha domanasan Kāyesu Kāyānattaram bhikkave evam vadami yadidam asapassa tasmatitha bhikkave Kāya Kāyānupassi tasmim samaye bhikkhu viharati ātāpi sampajanno satīmā Viññāṇa loke abhijjha domanasan. So what he's saying is, if I'm saying these words like Tasmatita bhikkave, that is the reason why bhikkave, Kāya Kāyānuspassi, at that time, tasmin samaye, at that time, bhikkhu viharati, who stays, ātāpi sampajanno satīmā Viññāṇa loke abhijjha domanasan, he can stay when he is in looking at asapassa. Kāyesu kāya anyataram bhikkave evam vadami yadidam asapassa. So whenever he says that a person is in kāye kāyanupassi viharati atapi sampajano satima, bhikkhus, I say it is asapassa. Got it. It's there in M 118. Please go through it. In the last section, we will explain to you why it follows Satipatthana. Okay. If I don't look into that and directly go to Satipatthana, it's like a child attempting a PhD documentation. You can, and there are people who go for these courses as well, which makes me even more hilarious, because that course has got nothing to do with what Buddha says. So makes no sense. It makes nonsense. So please go through this Kāyesu kāya anyatara, and you will really realize that that's exactly what we should be doing. So step 1 is to notice the breath. Step 2 is to see what happens with the breath. Step 3 is to identify whether it is going into abhijja or domanassa. Step 4, be ardent. Watch it, because that has Vedanā there. The breath changes due to 2 factors, Saññā and Vedanā. So if I am seeing an enemy, somebody with whom I don't really go well, then I have recognized him to be an enemy. So my breathing pattern changes and the breath also changes. Because I've made a Saññā perception. So the Vedanā will change. So the sampajanna here is what Buddha says 3. One is the feeling, one is the perception, one is the vitakka, deliberation. The enemy has come. What is the perception? Enemy. What's the feeling? Fear or aggression or something. And what is the vitakka, deliberation? What should I do? Should I hit him? Should I punch him? Should I shout at him? What should I do? That's the vitakka. So he says vidita. Vidita means as it happened. What? I see how the Vedanā has come, how the Saññā has come, and how the Vitakka has come, how it has stayed, and how it goes away. So I establish Sati, and then I look at these sampajañña. So hence it says sampajañño satima. Got it? So this is how I need to practice Sati-sampajañña. This will work with Indriya-saṁvara. Without Indriya-saṁvara, it doesn't work. There's nothing like Sati-sampajañña at all. At the end of this, meaning if I have done my Sati-sampajañña, able to watch what's happening with the breath, as Sariputta explains in this Patisambhidda Magga Pali, and if you go there to Ānāpānasati Katha, he explains Samatha, Samatho. Okay, then you become equanimous. You have cut off the Saññā, the Indriya-saṁvara stage. So the Saññā doesn't bother here in Sati-sampajañña. Okay, but I am now looking at the Vedanā, Saññā and Vitakka. So when the feeling came, I saw that that feeling came because of making somebody enemy. Otherwise, feeling will not come. If I make somebody as a female, and then only that feeling will come. She's good looking, bad looking, whatever looking. If there is no Saññā of that female, then there is no feeling of female in me. So the Kama Chanda doesn't come. Clear? So when the Kamachanda doesn't come, there's no Vyapada. So both are gone. Then there is no Tina, Mida, Udacha, Kukucha, Visikicha. All of these hindrances are cut at once. So now I am in ready for jhana. This is the culmination of all these five takes me to samatha, samatha. It's there in the Ānāpānasati katha. If you go there and search for samatha, he talks about samatha. And he says what is samam, what is attho, what it means. It's beautiful. Sariputta is really beautiful. He doesn't leave anyone in lurch. And yet how people misrepresent, misunderstand and misinterpret is a great journey for me, that they bring their own crazy versions and they say this is what Buddha taught. No, that's not what it is. Absolutely not. Anyway, so Kāya Anyatara. This is a Kāyesu Kāya Anyatara. It is not anything different than that, but it is part of it. And hence he says, Bhikkhave Bhikkhu, I call this as a Kāya Anupassana. In the body, there is another thing which you should be observing is the breath. And that changes based upon what you are having as a feeling and a perception. If I feel this is my wife sitting here, then the perception makes me feel. If the perception doesn't have wife, then the feeling differs. So the breathing also will differ accordingly. So the asapassa will have change. So in the Chula Vedala Sutta, Dhammadina explains that the Kāya Sankhara has to stop. That means this breath changing should stop. Okay, it should remain stable, not changing. So if you stabilize it, that means the Vedanā Saññā is removed. That becomes Saññā Vedana Nirodha in that sense. Because then the breathing pattern doesn't change. It's not about how many hours I've sat on that cushion. Makes no sense. It is when the problem or whatever, I'm seeing a beach. Whether I'm getting caught in that is what it is. If I say, wow, what a beach, it means Kamachanda is taken over. So when a Kamachanda takes over, Vyapada is there. That means if the beach is not clean, then I get upset. Okay. Because I already have a Saññā of beach. So there's a feeling of beach, which is good beach. So the breathing pattern changes. I'm feeling very nice, excited. Then somebody throws a plastic bottle inside that beach and then I get irritated. So the breathing pattern changes now. That went away, now this has come. So I need to be aware of these changes in the breath. Asapassa. In breath, out breath. That's it on deeper thing about Sati-sampajañña. Clear? Even Samadhi Bhavana Sutta has that. Many other suttas have it. Sati Sutta also has it. Any question? Otherwise, we are done. Then tomorrow we get into jhana. Because today you should be in samatha for the whole day. Or whoever is in the night, next day morning should be in samatha. That means your breath is not shaking like this.
Sorry, Udashi.
Yes, go ahead.
See, are you talking the steps from Shaka Sutta, isn't it? All this.
Yes.
Shaka Sutta.
Yeah, whatever is there in that entire list. Sekha Sutta doesn't cover the Sati-sampajañña because it's part of it. When he talks about Hiri, Ottappa, all of that. Before coming to jhana, you need to have samatha. So if you look at samatha suttas, and especially Satipatthana, that's the first thing you have to get established. And that's when you have to have sampajañña. And in MN 107, he puts the steps in that Sati-sampajañña is there. Jagariyanu Yoga, then after that, he puts Sati-sampajañña. And also MN 39 also has that. So MN 53 is a overall. But if you want to get into the details of it, you have to come to 107, MN 39, and many other suttas, where he puts step by step.
So this, we actually this, the steps you are talking is there in 107 and...
yes, open it in 107, MN 77, MN 39, go and find.
Okay. Let me write down. So many suttas you are saying.
Yeah, please.
Okay, MN 107?
77, 39. How many you want? I can give you a dozen of them. More than a dozen.
No. I was thinking it is from Shaka Sutta, so I was reading that again.
No. MN 53 is a overall. It's a Charana Dhamma. Basically, if somebody says, I'm following Buddha, you should follow the Charana Dhamma. That's an overarching thing. I start with sila, then tuck, like that.
Yeah.
But under each one of them, what I should do is there in MN 107, Ganaka Moggallana Sutta. I even had covered it, saying that these numbers, it's very easy to practice. Ganaka is to count. Ganana is to count. So Ganaka Moggallana Sutta, that sutta gives you step by step. Do this, after do this, after do this, after do this, and after do this, after do this, after do this, and after do this, he gives everything. Then that fellow asks, what if you have shown everything? What if people don't follow? So he says, you are staying in Banaras, right? So what do? You show the way.
Oh, okay. Isn't that
so do you think everyone will reach Banaras? No, right? In the same way, my dear friend, I also show the way. But people who don't want to go there will never go there. Got it? In that Sati-sampajañña is there. Okay. So I'm covering Sati-sampajañña separately because there are so much of confusions in the market on Sati and Sampajañña. And I don't go beyond the sutta. So I just proved you through the sutta. That's all.
So will I see, like, if somebody is so faithful about the suttas and he accepts all this, whatever Buddha has said, still the fruits is coming in a different way for different people, right? Because of their past,
It is like that Banaras road. He has missed something. See, if 44.1, if I look at it, if I look at 48.35, so there's so many references everywhere. So you should know how to traverse between various suttas, because it's not in one sutta that I get here and I say this is working and that is working. Like, the Sati is in 4.41. But there's also in Sati Sutta, which is what it is. So then if I look at only that and then I come here, then I will find something different. Because the reason is there are many ways to look at Sati, but the overall concept is the same. Got it? So what he says, you start with Kāya Sati, don't do anything. Just do Kāya Sati to begin with. Then move to Ānāpānasati. Once you establish Ānāpānasati, you are already done Kāya Anupassana, Vedanā Anupassana, Citta Anupassana, Dhamma Anupassana. All the 4 Anupassanas are done. You don't have to do necessarily Satipatthana. That's there in the same Sutta 118. He says, including Satta-bojjhanga, he says that is also covered, because I'm saying I'm giving you with this as well. Right? So if I take Ānāpānasati Sutta, that's sufficient. I don't require anything. For that, the predecessor is Kāyagata Sati. Now, once I understand what is Sati, these 4, then I have to come to Sampajañña. And then he explains what is Sampajañña in many suttas. He says, what is Sato? What is Sampajañña? That is in Samadhi Bhavana Sutta, where he gives that precise explanation.
Also, Dashi, like when you say like that, those times when Buddha was saying this, he was talking to one person, right? All the time, one sutta to one person, and he cannot link between all these different suttas. Now we are fortunate we can go to different suttas and understand. But that time he was talking to individuals.
Let it be. That is, presently, Bobby, I need to come out of prison. It doesn't matter whether I have to, at that time he was doing this or that, I don't care. Presently, as it stands, I have spoken to the jailer and he has said he is going to relieve me from this jail. So I'm going to do anything that makes it happen. That's all. And I have the suttas with me and I can go around everything without any problem. I can go through hundreds of suttas and I know which is connected to what. After this sutta, that will come, or that will come, and that is a reference here, this is a reference there. So I can do that. For whatever reason, I can do that. I know many people can't do it, but it's fine.
But you are talking like AI, Vidashi, because when I talk to ChatGPT, it connects very well and says, all these things.
Yeah, I should do it earlier before ChatGPT. Now ChatGPT and I are doing the same thing.
Yeah. So when I was talking, he is connecting very different. So many. See that Viññāṇam Anidarsanam Anantam Sabbatopo. So I was just studying that more and more. So it connected from many suttas and said that.
Correct. So I used to do that before this AI came into existence, and now I feel very happy that AI is doing it. That's the reason I told, I informed you that it's a relief to me, seriously. Because people used to ask me this question, how do you link it? Now AI is doing it for them. They are very happy. Otherwise, I have to tell, and then they say, how this, that, all that is gone. Yes, Madhukarji, go ahead.
No, but sir, the main meaning of sutta itself is like a sutra. Like
Correct.
there has to be some linkage, otherwise it's not a sutra.
Correct.
It's not a sutta. So whether it is a Amen, whether it is a Anguttara, like there has to be some linkages, because Viññāṇa is a big sea. Some fish, they know each other, they breathe each other's water. Like, so there is a linkage. So that's what the sutta itself is a proper word for all this thing. So the linking of this sutta to that sutta itself gives a state of chitta that it is unique. Everything is, one is picked up, a whole chain is picked up. One is dropped, everything is dropped. Something.
Exactly. Since you told about it, it is there in MN 77 and 74, MN 74, where it explains about Viññāṇa. What he says is just like a ruby connected with a thread. Right? And then he says, you should do this. What? After you're in jhana, you should start with the first vipassana is what? I am Kāyo Rupi. Then Chatu Mahabhutiko Mata Petti Sambhavo. then what do? You have to see, kummasa upachayo. Then anicca uchchādāna parimaddana vedana vidhamsana dhammo. Then he talks about Viññāṇa. That Viññāṇa is like stuck to this 4 dhatus. So if you can see this, he says you're done the first vipassana. So that's a vipassana. It's there even in DN2, which is Samanya Phala Sutta. That's a vijja, first vijja. If at all you want to say that I got a vijja, is this vijja. Then the remaining vijja will follow. Yes, Madhukar, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So it's a very good part on the part of Bhagavad Gita, that not only he's seeing the sutta, but he's seeing the linkages between the suttas. So it's very appreciable, good, because once see the linkages, then we can see the linkages of the Dhamma also. This is related to that, that is related to that, that is related to that.
Correct.
So it's a very nice penetration of seeing.
Sure. See, if I want to talk the starting point, then you are talking about the thread, right? The bare thread, complete, is what? I can call it, Buddha says, what is my teaching? If somebody asks you, they ask you, what are you learning? You shouldn't say, I'm learning Buddha Dhamma. You should say, I'm learning Adi Sila, Adi Citta, Adi Panni. That's it. Nothing more to explain. Then he would say, what does that mean? Then you should say, I'm developing Adi Sila. Then I'm developing Adi Citta. I'm developing Adi Panni. Then if somebody asks, what is Adi Sila? I'm following Sila. Then you should say, 5 silas are not Sila. What? Yes, they are not. They're not Sila. Oh my goodness, then what am I following? I don't know. You should follow Adi Sila. Then he says, Patimukha, Samvaro, etc., till Sati-sampajañña, on Sila. That is Samadhiyami. So it's not just reciting Panati, Pata, Veramani, Sikkāpadam, Samadhiyam. That doesn't fit anywhere. So that is first step. Then if somebody asks, what are you following after a Sila, after this Adi Sila? You should say, I am doing Adi Citta. I am establishing 4 jhanas. That should be your answer. Nothing else. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all. That's all you should say. Then if somebody says, okay, now that you have done Adi Sila, Adi Citta, what else are you doing? I can say Adi Pannya. And if somebody asks, what is Adi Pannya? I've seen the 4 Noble Truths. And that's it. That's it. Total, the first thread. Now if I shake it like this, then comes Patimukha, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this, like that. So that's the first thread. That includes still Sati-sampajañña. Then I come to Adi Citta, where I establish 4 jhanas. Then I come to Adi Pannya, 4 Noble Truths. One leading to another. Yes.
One question. I think in the previous, we haven't talked too much about this Dasa Sila. We talk about it, but it's not a focus. But I wonder how important it is for someone to really do it well before coming to Indriya-saṁvara and all that.
We just covered, 2 days ago.
Yeah, we did, but we haven't been in the past last year, 2 years.
That you leave. Now, like I said, Ari, my assumptions were different at that point in time. You can call me an ignorant teacher, maybe if you want. Now I've changed. I'm gone to the basics of the basics, so that we don't miss anything. Nothing to be missed. Yeah, go ahead.
Does that mean that Dasa Sila have to be followed pretty well before someone can even start to do that?
Exactly. It's not, see, the thing I saw when these people used to come here for the retreat, that was an eye-opener to me. They all are ritualistic people. They just follow the ritual. They're not really following the sila, understanding what is sila, including the 5 silas. They just take it and leave it. Okay. It was in this 2025 to 2026. It's good that this many people came. It was a real teaching to me itself. And when I met all of you in Brisbane, I was trying to see how I should position it, because I'd spoken to Shaniel about bringing in the 11 ways of seeing in Vipassana. He said, Vilasji, I don't think so. They can ever understand. I said, okay, let's do the usual Vipassana of Goenka, whatever we were doing, which was fine. Otherwise, that was not my initial idea at all to do it. Anyway, why I'm saying what I'm saying is that these many people coming here opened up my eyes on what was my assumptions and what really they are. Not that they have a problem. They don't have any problem, but it's my problem. It's not their problem. So if anybody have to be blamed, the teacher have to be blamed, nobody else. Because that person thought that they know all of these, which in reality is not. So when Kiratan came here, then we started a lot of argument. Then I understood, oh my, this is not making sense. It's not making any sense, because that person is supposed to have read the suttas in and out. And if he talks like this, let alone anybody else who has not even heard a sutta, what he would be. Then when I told him, look at this sutta, what it says, and then he said, okay, I've never seen it this way. That was a real eye-opener to me, that this is not working. These retreats things are not working at all. And when by the time we came to July, and then I saw people are not self-disciplined at all, which is equivalent to breaking sila. So I felt we are nowhere near anywhere. We're just joking. Okay, so now I'm not going to do that mistake. Not at all. Not even my dream. Okay, I was a different person then, but this time around, no. No means no. I'm very clear. Including the website, what I've designed is designed on that theme. Sila, Indriya-saṁvara, Bhojane Matyanutta, Jagari Yani Yoga. If you have seen my new website, it has that. Let me share it and show you in a moment. Hold on. This is yet to completely come. I'm still doing it, but this is the theme. Oh, sorry, it's here. I'm not going to speak anything other than this. This is what I'm going to do. And somebody has not done this, out. That's it. One link is out, gone. The sila is not there. Indriya-saṁvara is not there. Indriya-saṁvara is not there. Sati-sampajañña is not there. Then Samatha is not there. Jhana is not there. Vipassana is not there. So if somebody is giving me bullshit that I'm doing vipassana, then I will ask him, what did he do about sila? How did he implement? First tell me that. No, I am watching sensations coming and go. Can go wherever it is. go with the sensation itself. I don't care. You go wherever the sensation things are done. You can enjoy the sensations. Because I don't want to miss this. This is what I was missing. Whenever I was doing the retreat, this is exactly what I was missing. So now I don't want to miss. So this time the US visit is going to be on this, exactly on this. Everybody is going to follow this one. No change in format. So I maybe have wasted a lot of time with Bobby or with all of them. I'm sorry about it, but then now I realize it's a blunder, I could call. This many retreats in India showed me that no, they're not anywhere there. They've not done. They're just going into some monasteries or some vipassana centers and this and that. They keep on roaming everywhere. Not got anything out of it. Sorry to say, but that's the truth. Because when I look back and see, do they know the consequence? They just talk about Hiriyottappa, especially MN 39 starts with Hiriyottappa as a starting point. Okay. And also Tayo Dhamma Sutta, it also talks about the starting point is Hiriyottappa. Even if Buddha says that, have we really practiced Hiri and Ottappa? Is the question. That means I shouldn't have even a little bit anumattesu vajjesu bhayadasavi. Because if the consciousness were to get established there, it's going to be there. It's not going to lead me anywhere. So first I should ensure that the consciousness is not established at this point in time in that realm of existence. So have I taken care of that? Then I found out, Ariu, is that if I look at 8.40, I was asking someone when they had come to the retreat, have you seen Anguttarika 8.40? They were looking at me as though they are hearing for the very first time what it really means, even though I have covered it. They have not come prepared. And all of these retreats, I've seen none have come looking at any sutta so far. They just come as a walk-in. And two, they think it is like a Goenkaji retreat where you take a cushion, sit, and the cushion becomes like this. That's all they think it is. And they have heated up the cushion where the chicks have yet to hatch now. Need to see when the chicken is going to hatch. But that's exactly what the mentality is. It's another Goenka retreat. So 10-day retreat means same thing, right? You just come, just sit. Now I don't have anything called as don't talk. So that is removed. Mobile phone is there. So they can keep on playing with the mobile phone and do whatever they want. One person is even more very intelligent, I guess. He or she, I don't know who it is, has taken a pen and on the bed, which has this round things, they have colored it. So they got time to color using a pen. And one lady has done another extraordinary act. I've told them not to touch the Buddha statue which was there, which Amarji had given, not to wipe it or anything. They have taken and they have wiped it. So the entire color is gone. They should tell me that they did it. But I know who did it also. But they have not. Okay, so cheating, right? It's cheating. Not taking not to be taken. I've already told them not to touch. They shouldn't touch. But they wanted to do some puja. So they wanted to take water and wipe it. The color went away along with that. So you should have remorse. Hey, I did this. Sorry. No. Life as usual. Great. And I have told one lady not to bring kitchen. She's brought an entire kitchen because she felt the food here is not good. So what you should do? Don't come. But why she came? Because she didn't want to miss the bus. It's like Goenkaji technique. Right now you book it, you say something and you ensure that you get your thing done. This is not done at all. This is absolutely not acceptable. That means there's no self-discipline. If Hiri Ottappa itself is not there in me, what's the point? There's no moral shame and moral dread. That's not there at all. What's the point? No making anything about it. Because if the consciousness were to do like this, whatever has happened in that house, if I see, yesterday my wife was asking me, like a small child, she has, or he or she, I don't know whoever it is, has colored it so nicely. Now, if you do like that, whoever it is, what to say? And you are talking, you're a Buddhist on top of that. Yes, Shaji, go ahead.
Just now, it is said that reading Sutta, about reading Sutta, but how can someone like me really understand a Sutta? Because what I'm asking is the approach about understanding Sutta.
Shaji, we can't hear you. Your voice is cutting.
Its title is How to Stop Thinking.
What I can understand what you're saying.
My question is about understanding Sutta. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you now.
My question is about understanding the suttas. Because someone like me, how can I understand the sutta? Because someone like you has to tell me, Because, for example, if I say that Vitakka Sandhana Sutta, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I'm hearing. Go ahead.
That Vitakka Sandhana Sutta, its title is How to Stop Thinking. But when I read it, that involves a lot of thinking. That
No, see, I understand your complexity. It is vitakka is deliberation, not thinking. Vichara is thinking. So vitakka, vichara is two different terms. And in English, since they don't have much words, they will make it as how to stop thinking. And we take it literally, you're thinking. No, you're deliberating between this and that. So if you don't understand that one, go to the next sutta, which is Dveda Vitakka Sutta, two kinds of deliberation. I will do this, I will do that. So Buddha says, make it into two categories, one which will take you to samsara, one will take you out of samsara. So then there are 5 strategies, what is being spoken about in the Vitakka Santana Sutta, which I had covered it. So simple, if you have depression kind of tendency, you check whether it is going to help you or not going to help you. You're not feeling well, not the body, mentally. So you just check. You just check means you really check, you deliberate and see, am I happy? Am I not happy? If I'm not happy, I will have one kind of feeling. If I'm happy, I will have another kind of feeling. And based upon that, there's a deliberation to continue or not to continue. And when I start seeing like that, you are cutting the vitakka, deliberation. Got it. You know what is deliberation in English?
something we are deliberately applying, right?
Deliberation means is to debate within oneself, what should I do and what shouldn't I do?
Yeah, that is what I am asking. It involves thinking, right?
What is there to think?
Actually, I mean, our actual purpose is an immediate perception, right?
No, vichara is to think. So now let's understand. Should I, wait a second, let me give an example. I want to have coffee. Is it a thinking or is it deliberation?
There's a sound Indian thought means a sound, right?
No, Shaji, hold on, slow it down. In fact, your voice is getting cut, so hold on, slow it down and see vichara. When I say I'm thinking, it means that you have gone beyond deliberation. You're thinking about it. How should you do it? What should do it? Blah, blah, blah. All that is thinking. Now, before you think, you have to deliberate. Should I have coffee now or shouldn't I have a coffee now is not thinking, it's deliberation. You deliberate. Based upon that, you think now. Once you deliberate, once you debate, I would like to have coffee, then you start thinking about making coffee. That's correct. So, Vitakka is the starting stage which turns into vichara later, which means it becomes thinking later, not initially. Got it? Should I conduct this class at 8:30 or should I conduct the class at 8 o'clock is a deliberation, is just a debate within my mind. Should I do it at 8 o'clock or 8:30? Now, if I want to do it 8 o'clock, I start thinking on that. That's correct. After deliberation. So, Vitakka, yes, go ahead.
Whether this deliberation is not a thought?
No, not at all. What do you mean it's a thought? That turns into a thought, but it's not by itself a thought. Shaji, what I'm saying is that it will turn itself into a thought. Agree. That's true. But should I do at 8 o'clock? Should I take bath or shouldn't I take bath is not thinking. You're deliberating. Should I do the bath now or should I do the bath later? Based upon that, you start thinking. I agree with that. Anybody would do like that. And that's the reason Buddha says vitakka vichara. So you first do the debating. You deliberate in your mind. Should I do this or should I do that? And once you decide I will do this, it's an opportunity cost. By doing this, you lose that. So then you start thinking. That's correct. You have to think. Agree. And that in Pali is vichara. Some words they put pondering, which is also thinking. You ponder over it if you're talking in English. Still confusion?
Let me try this sila and all those things. Let me try, sir.
Yes, please do it.
Let
It's
me
like,
practice. Let me practice.
so the thing is like this, Shaji. To grow in Dhamma, if you say that I'm doing sila, it's a two-step process. It is one Sikkhāpada, second one is Samadhiya. Okay. Now, in the Sikkhāpada, I'm talking about 10 Sikkhāpada. You're looking at what will happen if I do this. So you learn. Basically, what is going to happen? You become restless. There's some discomfort the moment you do something. So first and foremost, to make it comfort, samatha is comfort. The discomfort is not being in samatha. Clear. What are we trying to achieve? Samatha. What cuts samatha? Immoral. So you first come to samatha by establishing. So what I do, Shaji, is if I break something, I write it down because I found it, right? It was not comfortable. I can really see it. I'm not that comfortable. Oh shit, I shouldn't have done this. That's the reason Buddha calls it as remorse feeling. Vipatti. Vipatti means remorse. You feel, it shouldn't have happened. That's remorse. So one who has remorse cannot grow. There's a sutta for that as well. Okay. Now forget the sutta aside. First check whether you're feeling remorse or not feeling remorse. Whether you're feeling joy or not feeling joy. Take that as a yardstick. Joy, no joy. You will get no joy when you break sila. It's gone. At the very moment I break it, my joy is gone. But I want to be in joy. So no breaking of sila. Simple. Now, let's say I get upset at someone. Am I in joy? Obviously not. Correct? So if I'm using parusavacha, I'm not in joy. It's 100%. What is there to prove or disprove? It is. But if I am in joy, can I be in harsh speech at the same time? No. Correct? Another thing, I'm debating with somebody on some political party. Am I not disturbed? 100%. 100% I'm disturbed. Now, when I'm disturbed, can I be in joy? No. It's a simple thing, right? What is there? It's not that I have to memorize it. So now I see why I'm not in joy. That's the whole idea, right? Why I'm not in joy. So then I find that if I kill, joy is gone. If I steal, joy is gone. If I have sexual misconduct, leave that. Even if I have chastity not being there, there's no joy because my mind goes behind it to get it. Right? Then musavada, lies, not in joy. Right? I can see it myself. Then this eating too much, no joy. You can see it. It's not that should I eat in the afternoon or night or morning or boss. You will not have joy. You feel heavy. You don't feel okay. The joy is gone. Take pity because that is exactly what you are supposed to be. And yesterday when I said that we all came from Abhasara, you can really see because the joy is your natural state. Anything that happens cuts joy. I argue with my wife, joy is gone. I argue with my son, joy is gone. I argue with neighbor, joy is gone. That's vitakka. Right? I'm arguing, debating, doing something. Joy is gone. So, should I do something where my joy is gone? That's all. So, do something where you keep joy. And put two words in front of it, enjoy. That's all. What happens when you're enjoying? Smile. If you are not enjoying, that's all. Anybody will ask you, Shaji, why are you not happy today? And you have to give him reason. No man, nothing, I'm fine. But no man, nothing is face shows, right? What do you mean, no man, nothing? That face shows. Can you smile and say, no man, nothing? Can you say that? No way, because there's no joy. So let's say I want to do dana. I'll give you an example. I've got 1,000 rupees. Give dana to that person. Face, take a photograph. Anyway, now we have phone, right? Take a image of that person and show to him. And is he in joy? No, absolutely not. But if somebody is smiling and giving ticket, how is that? He's in joy. Nobody has to teach him what is joy. Everybody knows it, that is joy. So what cuts joy, shouldn't do it. What keeps joy, do it. That's sila. It's simple. Like Aryu was teaching in China, and then his students went hyper. They all were filled with emotions. Were they in joy? No way. Not at all. And he got panicked because there's one lady went in a fits. What that poor guy is going to do? So you have to teach Dhamma who are in joy, not who are behind sorrow. You got it. First of all, that person is not in right mood. On that, I will say, Jati pi dukkha, this is life is full suffering and all that, and that person start doing something. Then I don't know what to do with him, because all of this bad things starts coming. So take joy. Your life should be joyous. Correct or wrong, Shaji?
Understood.
So that is sila, honestly speaking. It puts you in joy.
Thank you.
Sure. Good question. Appreciate it. So if you take a selfie of your face, if your face is frowning, you are not in Dham. Something is missing in you.
I know.
Not about you, everyone I'm talking about. If something is missing, that is clearly shown up on your face. You are and that drooping of, in fact, in many suttas, Buddha talk about drooping of shoulders. It's very clear. You're fallen. That person is crestfallen. So can he or she do something? No, they can go back to sila. But that's the starting point. Not the sampajanña.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Anyone else? Good question, Aryu. So that is what we need to do. Yes, the 10 Sikkhāpada, KP2, followed by 8.40, Duccharita Vipaka Sutta. And the starting point is AN 10.176, Chunda Sutta. So if you ask me, how should I start? Chunda Sutta, Duccharita Vipaka Sutta, KP2, which is Dasa Sikkhāpada. So when I am there, we are going to be exactly doing this, starting with New Jersey to Dallas to San Francisco. Same. So at least this retreat, I want it to be good, satisfying. Yes, I've done my thing. Yes, sir, you go ahead.
I have to drop real soon, but I just want to say one thing. I think it's not that, I mean, of course, you are not aware of where people are and all that, but it's not like if you understood it then, it wouldn't have magically bring people up so fast. It takes such a long time to build the foundation. So something
yes,
like
I agree, because I was also learning. So now I sit back. See, the last November, the changes which happened, I then agree with what Buddha says. You complete the journey and teach. I agree on that. Because now what I'm getting is totally different than what I used to do it then. I feel more matured. Honestly, I feel really matured. okay, I talk sense now. That time it was nonsense, basically. Let's see. But anyway, now that even on the website I put it that way, I feel very contented that I put sila, Indriya-saṁvara, Sati-sampajañña, so that no forgetting of that, and nobody can dispute that this is not what Buddha taught. Okay, go and search. Bobby, have you seen the website?
Yeah, I was reading through it, Virashi, but it is very vast, so it links everywhere. So I have to get familiarized with it.
Yes. Maybe one day I will walk everyone through this.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Just.
So shall I do it now?
Yeah, if there is time.
Yeah, I have time. Okay, Harry wanted to drop, but anyway. Oh, sorry. Let me.
I'll watch the recording.
Oh, you want to record? Okay.
No. I will watch the recording later.
Okay. Bye-bye then. Yeah. So what I've done is that, Harry, if you can, he's gone. Okay, so this Sutta library is the entire library. If I click on this, you're there. It gives you the entire library. You can filter by Digha Nikaya, Majjhima Nikaya. I'll be adding many more suttas to it, but I can just, if you press Anguttara Nikaya, it will give you Anguttara Nikaya. Then if you select Digha Nikaya, it will give you Digha Nikaya. Okay. So all the suttas.
You are calling my name. I was just dropping.
Yeah, sure. I just wanted to show you this. Anyway, I'll show you later.
Okay.
Carry on. All right. Bye-bye. Good night. So, and then you can make it in a compact. You don't want those picture view. You can make it compact and can basically do like this. How many pages? Okay. Now you can go back home and then I don't know what to do. Let's say I've come here. So start here. So what do you need from the Dhamma now? Ask this question to yourself. So then beginning with Dhamma, I don't know what to expect on this site. Okay. I put why another site and blah, blah, all that. Okay. Making the Buddha as teacher, etc., practical test, Pali things, what you'll find here in Dhamma essence, and direction. Okay. So what's my direction? I'm looking at dukkha, see the conditions, develop the path, know the cessation, nibbana. And then I don't know where to go next. So, okay, sila, Indriya-saṁvara, all these are clickable. So if I click on sila, it will take me to sila. All related to sila only. Okay. Now, I don't know what else to be done. Let's say I come here and say, okay, I understood. Where else? So if I go here, practice, then I can do the same thing. Sila, Indriya-saṁvara, etc. Now I want to do Indriya-saṁvara. So all the suttas related to Indriya-saṁvara are here. Okay. Important suttas of that. Then Indriya, okay, we did this, sorry. Then Bhojane Matyanuta. If you want Jagariyana Yoga. Okay. See, Jagari Sutta, Ratopama Sutta, all of that. Then Sati-sampajañña. What is Sati? Okay. What is Sati-sampajañña? Okay. And many suttas are there. So then Samatha. Introduction to Samatha. Okay, supposing I click on this, purification of conduct, blah, 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 all that, and how to do it. Again, moderation, eating, everything. And how do you know you're in Samatha? And I have taken what Sariputta says. Ānāpānasati Katha explanation. Okay. So you don't have to go anywhere and search. Everything is covered here. Attha, what is Attha means? Samatha, in that Attha. Okay, it takes care of everything. Okay, now I've done this. What else? Jhana. All related to jhana. And this one. From the waking time to vipassana in a day. And I put the sutta numbers. And again, you can click on this and go and find out about sila. Okay. And then nibbana. So it'll talk about Dhammapada through this way, through that way. And then you want to know about Sotapanna. I put all of that into Sotapanna. Sotapatti Phala Sekha. Okay. So then study. You are still not convinced? Go to study overview. It talks about the entire study. You can go by whatever you want. New studies, old study, whatever. Then if you want our friends depth of Dhamma, you click here, it takes you to depth of Dhamma. Even more suttas you wanted, more than what was given to you. Okay. Then notes. And then I don't want this card fashion, I can do the compact. Then retreats. Then about. Still, I have to edit some things. I think in another 3-4 days, it should be perfect. Now there are 121 suttas, Bobby. Yes.
Vilashi, we are all, so much of gratitude to Vilashi. It is an amazing job, and what you're doing, for this Dhamma, I think may it help many, many people. And whenever I think about that, you're continuously doing something on Dhamma, and you make these websites, and I can only show my gratitude by practicing Dhamma, and
That's all we can do. That's all we can do, Bobby. I and you can only do that much. But anyway, this thanks to AI and now ChatGPT.
No, I remember, when I was meeting you in the beginning times, I was telling you that, Vilashi, you have designed for this modern times, teacher, So I think before I come, you started saying many things. Now, when we verify, I was telling the other day to Marin, when I verify anything from ChatGPT, ultimately whatever Vilashi is saying is coming true, So that is so big relief, in that way. And my addition to sitting meditation and, closing the eyes and all many things, what you makes sense. And when I confirm it with ChatGPT or anything, it is saying exactly the same like what you're saying.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. I don't have any words to say this, but definitely,
no problem. So
I'm very fortunate to be
this
your friend and student.
This website Bobby, sorry, Ariu had asked me to use Codex. I've not used Codex. I've used normal questioning. Okay, and I've made the ChatGPT to make screens for me, and I have debated with it, and then said, no, this is not okay, that's not okay, it should be this way, that way, including what I can say, QA or the quality check, everything. So I just want to thank Ariu for directing me to do this through AI. Otherwise, I was doing it manually. Now I have created templates. So if I take a sutta, Bobby, I should take a whole day to do it. Now it takes 20 minutes because I have template. I just give the template to ChatGPT, say that just go by this template, text is this is how it should look, you need to make it like this, it does it. In 20 minutes, I have the entire page, including photos, everything done.
But then you keep questioning and you write it and everything, right?
Yeah, I do all of that. I debate with it. This is nice. So I was telling my wife, he's my friend. So morning 4:30 a.m. I'm with ChatGPT asking, okay, you didn't do this, you should have done this way, that way. So then we are doing QA together, we are coding together, we're doing everything together.
Yes. Really, so much of thank you, Udashi.
No problem.
Yeah.
Sanil, another Mallu, go ahead.
Sir, sorry. He's a quiet Mallu. I think, what Bobby said, that we can even only practice and express our gratitude. And I just want to add on that it's not so that you as a teacher are doing mistake, because I was part of the retreat in the month of June and I know what was going on. And if you remember that, I was really got, upset in the sense. So, and I said to you later, before leaving, couple of days before, and you said to me also in a chaotic situation how to see Dhamma. I think for me, this retreat was, it's an eye-opening for me where, I've seen many Buddhist families and the ritualistic way and everything, what was going on. And I also know the person, what you said, that Amarji given that. I know the person was doing in front of me, and which, I was sort of thinking, what nonsense? How can someone touch without asking, someone's home something also? That's also breaking the Shila.
Correct.
And yeah, and for me, it was, I would not even blame the teacher, sir, because sometimes I myself, being a teacher, I don't teach Buddha Dhamma, but teaching in my profession, I see also students are very, very complicated. In the coming days, I know that it's going to get more complicated, students, and it's really difficult to deal and tackle with them. So much gratitude to you, sir. And that's all.
No problem. Thank you. Okay, so now this, I think by Sunday or maximum by Monday, this should be perfectly working. So from one full day of doing a sutta, it's 20 minutes. I just think about the sutta in 20 minutes, it's there online.
Is it, Vidachi, that you are shown many suttas under different subjects, right? In that gradual training. So is it all you suggested it, or ChatGPT is selecting that?
No. I'm giving it a template saying that I write down like a algorithm what I do. Then it will curate from my website that this will go here, this will go here, this will. Then I approve it, saying that yeah, this makes sense, and then it will do the automation. Automation it is doing. I'm not doing automation.
Yeah, it is like a question answer and debating with.
Yes, I'm debating like I'm debating with you. where it should go, what it should. Then it says, okay, sir, tell me where I should put this. And I'll say, put it here. And then say, okay, upload it. Then
So it gets your approval, like basically. Like,
yeah, including this. Wait a second. This logo. This logo we together did it.
no.
Joint effort. Okay, so this is the path. This is the Nibbana. Okay, Noble Eightfold Path.
So the path, it is showing the path, and it's in the center that
Yeah,
Nibbana is there.
yeah.
Beautiful. I think ChatGPT is like AI, entire AI is amazing. How,
Yeah. And I wanted a nice search feature. So now we have implemented this search here, this by topic, this by giving whatever sutta. And it does very nicely. If I give 10.176.
So, Vilashi, it is only the suttas, whatever you have included in that there, or any sutta from
No,
that?
not any sutta. Whatever is there on the website. Supposing if I don't know the sutta name, I don't know. I just want to know on samadhi. Okay. It'll give me.
Oh, okay. If I say subject on Suttapanna or anything, something.
Yeah, it'll come. And you can even do this. You want only by sutta studies or practice guides or notes, or you want by Digha Nikaya only or Majjhima Nikaya, like that.
Oh, so beautiful. Like if I don't remember some suttas, what you are saying, by name, so I can go here and search it.
Yes, because you see Samadhi Bhavana Sutta.
Yeah.
And you want an entire study guide. Let us say I want to know all the suttas in the world. I've made one global thing which I want to change this. This has got lost. Otherwise, there are 141 plus suttas, Bobby. 118 suttas in this.
So that is all the suttas basically you are discussing all the time.
Yes. That's right. So
that's
then,
also very useful. Sometimes I can't remember like you, that.
Yeah. For that reason, you just give any search criteria, it will search. Even Patimukha. Let's say I only know Pali word. It will give you.
Can I search by English also? No.
Yeah, you can search by whatever, even in English. You can search. Let's say moral. Wherever it is covered, it will show you. Moral. You can do in various ways, Bobby. And you can search here also across site. You can search within the suttas, whatever.
So what is the difference between those two?
Nothing. This is purely sutta related. You are in library. You just go to the library, right? And then you take the book. So this is more about that. But they both are the same in terms of searching. So it will give you the same result. But here it is more to do with like what I have put here. Try MN43 like this, or Ānāpānasati, something like that.
Okay. The other one is the entire website.
Entire website. Because here you can filter by whichever category you want. Like that. Then here, if I come to home, now I can start here, find a starting point. Right? If I click on this, it takes me to guidance for practice. I understand very little of the Buddha path. Okay, now I click here. It tells me what you need to do. begin with your present question. The practice sequence. Then what is clear comprehension? I've been hearing this word. So then I click here. Like that. So you can spend hours together on this.
Mm. I was trying, then it took me so many places, then I thought, okay, oh my God, it is. Now I know a systematic way of going there.
Yeah. And I've put it like this. I don't know what, but I know little bit. And I know everything. Already know what you're looking for. Open the Sutta library. Then if I go to about, and then it gives you everything. And I put so that people know why they're coming here. Abandon akusala, develop kusala, understand yatha bhuta, release yourself, vimukti.
Mm. All the Pali words are there also, right?
Yes.
May this be beneficial for many people, Vilash. I think
Yeah.
it ought to get wide attention, I think.
Okay, then let's say I want to visit and contact event calendar. Here, retreat overview. You see, that gives you everything. Prepare the condition before entering seclusion. Retreat format, 3 to 10 days. Retreat guide, I made it. Sutta for retreats. Registration, event calendar. Okay, 3-day format. How do you do this? Extend the duration when you are ready. So henceforth, I'm making it only for 3 days, Bobby. They just come for 3 days. I don't want them to sit here for 10 days and do nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, the retreat follows the same connection training. Okay, then read the retreat guide. There's a guide also. Who will qualify, who will not qualify, everything is there. Before you travel, what to bring, Sati-sampajañña, practice assignment, interviewing, honest reporting, food, sleep, blah, blah, blah. And again, I put here, read the Sati-sampajañña. Don't come without doing this. Okay, like that. Even after that, they come, I can't do anything. But anyway, what to bring. Daily life, Sati-sampajañña beyond formal sitting, walking, washing, face bathing, dressing, walking, eating, drinking, cleaning duties, breaks, formal sitting. Practice assignments. Food, sleep, and safety. And how it progresses. And how do you continue at home? So it is complete. Nothing is missed, Bobby.
Paripunyam.
Yeah.
Beautiful relationship.
So everything is covered. I don't think so there is any website like this at present.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, I don't think anybody might have done this. But the only thing, if it is getting into many people, it would have been really
Yeah.
good.
I've increased the SEO. Maybe people will find it now. The Google will start caching it. Yeah, it'll do it by itself. So I've then along with ChatGPT, we modified the SEO engine. So now it will be able to be seen.
If somebody searches for Dhamma or something, it will come.
Yes,
Okay.
it will come. So then this will be very good.
Let me search. So what should I search? Dhamma?
Just give Dhamma and see what happens. I've not tried. It might come, but
It is first is coming is vipassana meditation. Or going
that
like
will
this
come.
thing.
Yeah, that will come.
Yeah. And then Dhammagiri or Dhamma. Yeah, I think it's going there. Next page.
If you give essence of Dhamma, it will come on the page 1.
Oh. Sense of
First will be VRI, VRIDhamma.org, because that also says essence of Dhamma.
Okay.
It comes in the third one.
For me, it is this, what is that, Bara Center for Buddhist Studies, that is coming first, bears, and then dhammatalks.org, VRI, and the animal is coming in maybe fifth one.
Okay, but in first page.
Yeah, first page, yes.
It's coming like this.
Okay. Coming on second one, right? Third one.
For me, the third one.
Third. What is the second one? Bear Center, yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Bear Center. So it will come, because now yesterday it has opened up, so it will keep on boosting.
So is it, you can see more people are seeing it, or you can see?
Yeah, actually what it does is that it will boost, and then you can see it on the website itself. It will give you that track. So what it will do is if I go here, I'll show you.